Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, my beautiful, bright friends. I'm Debbie from Debbie's Bright Ideas, guys, and welcome to my page. Happy Thursday, my beautiful brides. I am so happy to be able to get on with you all here today. It's been a busy morning so far, but an amazing one. Thank you, God. I wanted to jump on really quickly here and make a cute, fun Christmas craft today where you're going to be using some of the amazing colors from the shop. These are the 100-gram bags that are so amazing and fun. If you haven't had a chance to check it out at debbiesbrightidea@etsy.com, these are $3.49 every single day, and you can make so many fun, amazing crafts out of these, 100-gram bags. We're going to be using these colors here today because we're going to try to attempt to make dual Christmas ornaments. Let me see. Let me lower this down a little bit. All right. Well, if you happen to see that box right above my head, my friends, that means I am on a live. So come on in, come jump on in, come say hello. But if you happen to catch this later on the replay, because I know we are all busy bees out here. There's so much going on. Everyone preparing for the holiday season, lives, different things. To-dos, work, all the fun stuff. Catch me on the replay. #replay. I always do appreciate that. Let me see. Let me find myself really quickly here. Let me share myself out to my group pages. Where are we at? I did not announce, my friends. I just said, you know what? I have a little break in time here, and I'm going to jump on and do a quick, fun live. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, my friends. So what I want to do is attempt a nutcracker. What the heck is going on here? Let's see. Okay, let me see. I hope I don't have it says slow connection. Guys, Facebooks were dropping out yesterday. We had internet issues at work. Lots going on, with the, with internet in different situations out here, but it happens, right? So, okay, there we go. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm jumping into the craft. Like I said, if you catch this later on the replay, hopefully this inspires you to want to make a cute nutcracker. We're going to be using our pink mold here, right? So what I want to do here is, because I'm going to be using gold little accents, I want to, get some little trim here. We're going to be using this one here in the middle, right? This kind of braided looking one there. We're going to use that. I'm going to add a little oil to my mold there. Right? I think we just need one. One will be good. But like I said, I'm going to give it a try and try to attempt to make dual ornaments here. Two different colors, but the identical, right? We're going to be using some of the white here. I don't need to measure this because we're going into the mold. Let me grab my handy dandies, my measuring spoons, and here we go. Oops, we didn't cut off the... Let me turn off the notifications. Okay. And I did not announce this live, guys. Like I said, when I get a little break in time, I would just jump on just to make a cute, fun craft, just to kind of, get this craft that I've been thinking about out of my brain and on. Basically, it's like a painter, right? Getting it out of your brain and onto a canvas. So it's kind of what we're doing here today. All right, so I'm just pressing in some of this white into my mold because I'm going to paint this gold because I want to add little gold accents to my little nutcracker here. So we're just starting there. Okay, all right. Okay, we're just getting it all in here. I'm going to go ahead and fill it all the way up just because I'm going to be making 2 nutcrackers and I might as well have enough, right? Better be safe than sorry. Right, so there we go. Okay, we're going to use our scissors here to trim off any excess. Right. I'm super excited that it's Thursday today. Oh my gosh. It is Thursday. One more day till Friday. Yay, yay, yay. TGIF. Cannot wait for that. Okay. So now that we have everything in the mold there, right, we're going to go ahead and just take this out of the mold. And it's beautiful, right? You got this beautiful, like, kind of like trim here. And I'm going to be using this for trim on my little Nutcracker helmet, hat, helmet, whatever it is. Also, I'm going to create like the little tassels with the little buttons, right? But in gold. So each one is going to have 2. So I guess I might as well go ahead and get started on that. Pull that out as well. I'm going to put this on a piece of parchment paper just because I'm going to be doing some painting here really quick, right? Let's get the painting. We're going to get some painting. I need to make 4 little beads. So I'm going to go ahead and use my 1/2 teaspoon here and part this in 4 separate pieces. Yeah, because I want to make, actually I'm going to need 8 because I need 4 for each jacket. So let's see how this looks. They don't need to be very big, so that might be like way too big. So splitting these little balls in half. Hi Karen, good morning friend. Welcome, welcome my friend. Okay, so happy you are here. So we're just going to make little balls. God, I don't know, those are going to be a little hard to paint. But you know what? If I have difficulty painting these little balls, I do have gold beads that I can use. Good morning. How are you today, my friend? So I'm just going to form out these little balls, right? Because these are going to be part of our little Nutcracker coat. So now taking this other piece here, splitting this in half, right? And then going halfways on that and making little balls. Hi, Kathy. Good morning, friend. Good morning, my friend. So happy you are here. We are making a cute little Nutcracker. It's 2. Actually, I'm going to make 2. I'm going to make a pink coat and a blue coat. So right now what I'm doing is I'm forming out all my little pieces here that I'm going to paint in gold, give them a little air drying time, and then hopefully by the end of the craft. Thank you. Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby. It's this kind of a day, guys. I showed up at work really early this morning. I was up bright and early, walked in there, kind of startled everybody because I've been going in early. And there were, you know, everyone's like, what's going on with you? Why are you wearing that cap? I said, read it right here. What does that say? What does that say? That's all the information you need right there. Thank you so much, friend. I'm so happy you guys are well. Thank you all for being here. Like I said, I didn't even announce. I just jumped on. But I'm so glad. I'm so happy you guys were scrolling through Facebook and saw me out here. But if not, like I said, I'll catch it on the replay. We're gonna use our 1/2 teaspoon again. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 very thin little logs. 2 thin, very logs. And we're going to go ahead and take our little spreader here just to kind of roll out these little thin little logs. It's kind of like that you know, that tassel that hangs in between the 2 little beads. We don't have Hobby Lobby in Canada. I'm sorry, Kathy. It's so amazing. I'm sorry. You know, I definitely, like I said, don't mind shipping things out to Canada. Like if you covered everything for yourself, like if you wanted me, when I'm out shopping and if you guys ever wanted me to pick up a few things for you from Hobby Lobby and you cover all your expenses, I mean, I won't, you know, I don't mind going out to Hobby Lobby, you guys, and picking up a list of things for you all and shipping them to you, you know, at your, you know, you covering all your expenses. I'm just the finder. I don't even charge a finder's fee. Like there's some people that charge a finder's fee, but I will be out there and more than happy to pick up things for you, my friend, and send them out to you. So all you would have to do is just get all the pricing, get it all together, send it to me. I will go pick up whatever you need and send it out to you up in Canada if you ever wanted to do that, my friends. Hi, Nancy. Good morning. Exactly. So if you don't, my friends, I have no problem doing that for you all. I'm serious. I'm there all the time, right? And I'm shipping things out all the time. I mean, just don't hold me to it being like immediate because I always, you know, there's always so much going on and it'll take me a few days, but I will get it for you. I will pack it. Like I said, you research all your pricing, do all your things, and then just all you would have to do is just, you know, we could take care of that through PayPal, whatever, and then I could just send it out to you. You know, I could send it out to you. Not a problem. So I know it's hard when you don't have all your goodies. Okay, so we just rolled out this thin, really piece, this 1/2 teaspoon, right? Really nice. I do need 4 of the little strings because I'm making 2 nutcrackers. So you need the resin. You need the resin eyes. I know Hobby Lobby doesn't sell any, but I do in my shop at Debbie's Bright Ideas at Etsy.com. I do have resin eyes. And they are super cute. They are the brown. I think it's 5 pairs of the brown, 5 pairs of the blue. And they are $6.99 for the pack. And they are the nice ones. They have the little eyelashes and thingies. So all you have to do is take a look at those on the shop if you have a chance. So we want to make sure we at least have 2 inches for each piece, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2. So perfect. We'll have enough here. Just cutting my little pieces. Right. Okay, so I need 4 of these. Just getting everything over here. I'm just going to paint everything in gold really quickly here. Okay, and then set it off to the side and then start working on our little nutcrackers. And these are going to be some small Christmas ornament ones that I'm going to make out of the measuring spoons. Okay, so we are going to be using the Deco Art, and this is the one you want to get, guys, for all those gold accents and things you're doing on your fake bakes, you're painting, wood art, whatever you are painting. This thing is amazing. It is an acrylic paint, and it is made by Deco Arts. It's in the metallics, but here's the thing, my friends. Here's the thing. You don't want to get the matte. I wanted to see if I had it here, just to show you guys, because I made that mistake. You want to get the bright. This is the bright one. Do not get the matte unless matte is what you are looking for, because it just has no sheen at all, because it's matte, right? But I made that mistake when I first went out there, and I was like, oh, I want to get this, and it was matte, and it was so, yeah, womp womp. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this definitely is amazing and goes such a long way. You can do so much with it. Good morning, Leanne. Hello, my beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and just start painting these little pieces here, right? These little accents from our nutcracker, right? So we got to stir this up really good because, you know, it settles, right? But look at how much I've gotten so many crafts out of this, and there's still so many more to go, especially during the holidays, right? When we're painting things with gold accents and things like that. It's just such a fun paint. And of course, you know, they say if you want it to be more vibrant, I heard red, if you use red underneath it, like use a red piece of clay. I've never done it. And maybe I should have experimented here today, right? They said your gold picks up so much more vibrantly. I have done it on a piece of yellow, and that has worked really nicely, but we're just going with the white today. We're going with the white. And it's picking up just as nice, too. And sometimes you're not going to get it on the first coat, right? So just go back and just retouch, right? Especially in all those little crevices that are going to be left undone. And the clay is soft, right? So it's kind of hard to grip it. But let's do our best. How's everybody's Thursday today, my friends? Are you guys doing amazing? It's an amazing day, isn't it? It's so beautiful here, guys. The weather is so pretty. It's warming up again. But this is South Texas. It's the way it goes here. And we have summer, you know, for a very long, most of the year here. And we are hoping to see some cool weather here, hopefully at least for Thanksgiving holiday. So cross our fingers and let's pray that the weather does change in that amazing cold direction. And of course, I have my thing here on vibrate, and the notifications are going wild. Okay. And one reason why I don't do a lot of painting. I love to paint because I'm very messy. As you know, off camera, it's cool to be messy. But now while you're on camera, because I'm super messy, y'all. Like, I'm messy. I'm going to have paint here all over my fingers. And the reason why I'm so messy is because I'm impatient. And I just want everything quick and fast and now. Like, ahorita. I have no time. I just have no patience. I'm like, come on. I need to see what you're going to do, what you're going to be, how you're going to look. The anticipation kills me. It's raining and cozy over there. You love it. Oh my goodness, we need rain so bad. Can you send some of that over here, Leanne? We need it so bad. You know, I was telling my friend the other day, and I know my friend was like looking at me like, you know, like she thought like I was being a skeptic, you know, like being one of those like weirdos, you know, like. But I told her, look, this is what I believe. Here in South Texas, we have been in a drought for almost the whole year, probably since actually it's been 3 years actually. We have been in such a drought here, like terrible drought. Our water levels are like below like 10. Like it's bad. It's really bad. We are in the middle of discussing water desalination, right? Where they start cleaning up the salt water because we have plenty of salt water, but we don't have fresh water. And we here in Texas have an overabundance of the wind, the solar, those, you know, the wind farms, right? The big giant wind farms where these big old solar things. And I said, think about it. What is it doing? What does it look like? It looks like a big fan, right? I said, those things, having so many, they have taken over Texas really, really, really. A lot of our farming land, a lot of our farmland, a lot of our ranch lands have been taken over by the you know, the large fans, because, you know, it's so dry here that, you know, it's a struggle to keep the crops going, keep them watered, keep all the, you know, so everyone's kind of leased out there. A lot of properties have leased out their properties to farmland, to the solar farm. And I said, you know, what do you think's happening here? We have so many of those everywhere you look, left and right, and they're ugly. I just feel like it's alien. Like I feel like I'm in an alien movie. That's just me. So don't come after me. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna wrap this in here in a baby wipe because I didn't bring water, and it's blowing away all the rain clouds. I said, you know, and she was staring at me like, are you being one of those weirdo conspiracy theorist persons? Like, I'm just like, think about it. You have that many fans. What is it doing? They're spinning. They're, you know. I had already read that somewhere else, and it had been researched. So I kind of wasn't just talking craziness, but, you know, that's what I believe. You know. But anyway, my friends, look, we painted these with the gold. Enough of that whole thing, right, with the fans. Let's pray for the rain. Where's the rain? Leanne's going to send us the rain. So we painted this with the gold, and this is going to be part of our nutcracker. So let's get started on our guy here, guy, gal, whatever we want it to be. We're going to be using some of the cream. This is what we're going to use for the face and the hands. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with the body. So we're going to start with the body. Let's go ahead and start with the legs. And I'm going to make his legs white. So each leg, we're going to go ahead and do it in the 1 tablespoon. So this is we're going to need 4 of these, right, for legs. So, because I'm making 2 at the same time. I've never done this, making 2 crafts at the same time. There's a first for everything. Here we go. Hey, D girl, what's going on? How you doing, mama? How you doing, friend? Okay, so we have 4 of these, right? 1 leg for each. We're going to condition. Put that there. Let's go ahead and just condition all 4 pieces, and then we'll roll out our little log for legs. I think maybe a little 2-inch will be good. A little 2-incher. Right, using our table here just to kind of round this off. Take out all the imperfections. Right, kind of smush down each end. I want to go ahead and keep it at the 2 inches. Okay, just making a cute little leg. I feel like it's Friday, y'all. I got my Friday, you know, I got my Friday cap on. I got my, like, let's rock and roll, you know, just in case I need to stop at happy hour somewhere. I got the whole head, you know, the hair strapped down, because I like to sit outside at, like, there's a place I go to that's called Brewster's, and it's an indoor outdoor bar and grill, And they have the most amazing fried pickles and fried pickles and hot, you know, fried buffalo wings. And they have the coldest, you know, adult beverage that I enjoy. And then on the weekends they do free outdoor live music, and it's like the best thing in life. It's the best thing in life. And the reason I love it so much is because they have a kids playground there, and we've always gone there with the kids. So while we sit there and we have adult time, the kids are playing in the little playground, and it's all, you know, benches everywhere. I mean, live music playing over here. I mean, it's just a vibe. And that's usually like my Friday happy hour place, but it's not Friday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. So get over it. You're a day early. Okay, so we have little legs here, right? Little 2-inch legs. You're a day early. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create, let me see if I have an open black over here. I think I do. Let's see, I think I have an open black. Yeah, found it. I'm going to add in like little boots. What I want to do is kind of just make like, we're going to use this for the shoe part, but we're going to use this for the, you know, the top part of the boot. So this is the 1/2 teaspoon here. We don't want too much of it, but, you know, we're going to go ahead and use that. Let me see. This one was frozen. Okay. That one. Hi, Mary. Good morning. It is morning, right? Yes. Still morning. I'm like, girl, keep your eye on the time. Okay. So we're going to make the 2 little parts so that, you know, the kind of the boot, emulate the boot, you know, but right around the little ankle area. These, I want to use these, you know, I'm hoping these come out really cute. And if they do, I definitely want to use these for ornaments, make more and create ornaments. So let's cross fingers and hope they do. Good morning, doll. My beautiful doll babies are on. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to roll out some little balls of our 1/2 teaspoon of black here. Okay. A little bit of white in there. We don't need that there. What we doing today, y'all? Are we decorating already? Is everybody decorating? I am ready for this weekend. I'm ready. I'm ready. I haven't done any shopping. Have you guys been Christmas shopping? Like, I don't even know what to buy my G babies. I do not know what to buy my G babies. I don't. I'm kind of like, what's trending this year? Like, you know, besides the usual, all the different things. Guys, I was working on my little piece here last night. I actually started adding the trim. If you guys can see, what I did is I used my measuring spoons, and I did one teaspoon, 1/2 a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1/2 a teaspoon. So you guys can see that I'm working on that, right? It's almost done. And also I had a little bit of this clay left over, so I made another little cutie, right? And I put him on top of the hat. So this is our little cutie from yesterday. I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to add some more snowballs, then kind of glitter them up. And then, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to add some little pieces of red ornaments somewhere, because I kind of feel like I need a little red here because we have a lot of brown. But this one was a blast. Super light, super cute. And there was my little extra teddy right there, right? And then the little dressing up around the base. So this is sitting here on the table this morning when I got here, you know, and I said, let me just slide that over. But I want to make sure that I finish it. Okay, so we have these little pieces here, right? Because, you know, we just jump from thing to thing. And we're just going to go ahead and press them down, just kind of making a little, you know, a little circle, but we're a little keeping it wide. The clay is still super fresh, right? But we got to hurry because it starts to build the skin, because, you know, we're doing building building different body parts here. Okay, so now what we need to do is we kind of need to just bring them together, right? Because it's a nutcracker and our little legs are together, right? So just bring that together like that. Might need to add some tacky glue there, right? So let's add some tacky glue, because they are starting to build up a little skin. because I got the fan going on here. And the AC. I had to turn the AC on last night, guys. The house got to like 80. It said it was 80 in here. And even though it was still a little cool outside, I had to turn it on because it was 80 in here. And Hank and Daisy were like feeling a little, you can just tell they were not themselves. You're trying to decorate and craft and clean. Isn't that our thing? Like just 100 things at one time, Leanne, like craft, clean, do this. It's like you do one little thing, you stop, and then you go over here. That's, I think we all do that, right? Because we're just like some crazy crafting mamas. We're some crazy crafting mamas. We are. But we wouldn't have it any other way, right? So we're going to use a 1 teaspoon here for our little boot. Let's see, this might be too much. Let me see. This is going to look like. I'm going to kind of oblong shape this, right? And then kind of bring it out. I just want to see, right? Kind of like this, kind of like an egg, right? And then just kind of, yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. Just like that, right? Okay. So we have 1 teaspoon there. Let's go ahead and get another teaspoon. We almost made it, but we need just a little more, just a smidge. Right? I love to make nutcrackers, but I never get to. I always kind of get distracted with the Genjis and everything else, but I love making nutcrackers. Okay, so we're just going to kind of oblong shape, egg shape this, right? And attach it to our other piece here. And you can see already, right, it made like cute little boots, quick and fast. They even stand on a tension. Look at that. They stand. So hopefully this inspires you. And the reason I use the teaspoons and the measuring spoons so much and the measuring cups is because if you are inspired to make this later, and then also it's great. So when I, send these over to YouTube, if someone decides they want to, start learning how to fake bake, maybe they can learn a little something from these videos and then, kind of make the design and everything is measured, and hopefully you can get a pretty precise piece of, a cutie or a piece of decor art, right? Okay, so here we have our little legs with our little boots. Okay, so now we're going to make our little jackets. And it's basically going to be the same thing with the arms. I'm going to make little logs. We're just going to square off a jacket, make a head, and then use the top, create a little helmet, a little hat. So we're going to go ahead and start with this pink, and this is the pink. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 tablespoons of the pink, right, for the body part, for the center part of the jacket. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to need to make the arms, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the pink for his arms. You're not doing nothing for Christmas? No shopping since you don't have much? I don't have much to work with. I'm a very low income. I just want to do what I can. How about some crafting? This is a time, my friends, this goes to the primitive crafting, right? The primitive art crafting. Yes, they use all the new sophisticated pieces, like all the art supplies from Hobby Lobby and different things that we all use. But guys, the primitive art design definitely brings you back to those simpler times when there was, when we had real recessions, when there was famines and different things like that. And people had very, very, very minimal, there was a lot of, people struggling, a lot of, not financially strong families. And they figured out how to make the cutest little things out of basically just, recycled things, little things, fruit, dried fruit, different things. Don't give up, my friend. Don't give up, Karen. You can do this, my friend. This is where you get in here and you walk around your home, other things that, maybe a container that you're disposing of, maybe something, paint it, make it cute, give yourself that little joy and happiness that it will give you. It will give you, my friend. When you craft and create something cute and make a beautiful little setup, of your artwork, it brings you joy. I definitely will tell you, my friend, don't give up. Don't give up. Okay? You know, like I said, sometimes, you know, sometimes those times are what really humble us and bring us down to our, you know, if you had roots of growing up with nothing, I have roots of growing up with nothing. So, you know, it takes you back to humble beginnings, and it takes you back to being resourceful and really thinking outside of the box, and really just, you know, trying to find that inner love and spirit for crafting, and just for the holiday season, my friends. You know, it doesn't have to be all about monetary, other different things. I know we love all these things, but, you know, if anything has, you know, about what's going on in the world, it definitely has taught us, like, you know, it's time to be resourceful. So don't give up, my friends. Don't give up, Karen. And I don't think you're giving up. I just know it's just, you know, I understand. I've been there. I was there many, many years of my life, my friend. I grew up extremely poor. We had absolutely nothing. You know, I had, you know, blah, 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 blah. Childhood was not great, all the things, but, you know, through, you know, the power of my love in, you know, in my faith in my Lord and Savior, and the power of the human perseverance, you can do anything. Okay? So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead, and this was 2 tablespoons, right? And we're just squaring it off, making just like a kind of a round square. And all you have to do is kind of like give it the width, right, of your little legs here. Give it the width of your little legs, and then just kind of attach it to our little legs just like that. Right? Just like that. And you can see that it's the width. I'm going to have to glue that, or maybe add in 2 little toothpicks for security. Hey, Tina girl. How you doing, Tina girl? How's your day going, mama? Guys, if you guys do not know, Miss Tina is having a workshop. Miss Tina, do you have a link or anything? She is having a workshop, my friends, and she is selling a kit. I don't know if she still has any of her kits available, but guys, you guys definitely want to check out Miss Tina Smith's page. She has a whole workshop and amazing things going on over there. You definitely want to go see what fun things she's doing. Okay, so we have our little like torso here attached to our legs. Let's go ahead and make a blue one while we're here doing the same thing. I'm going to add like a little skirt here at the bottom of each color, but right now I'm just going to make my little squared off body shape here using the 2 tablespoons. It's already sold out. Oh, Lord, look at you, girl. It's sold out. Oh, you mean you were just like special inviting me, friend? Oh, friend. I felt, you know what? I was driving over today, friend, and I was just like, gosh, I wish I could figure out a way to really get in, you know, join that event. It sounds like so much fun, my friend. What if I messaged you like late and said, you know what? I do have available time with, well, you're probably going to get mad at me. I need to stop, right? But that's phenomenal, my friend. Blessings to you of amazing, beautiful abundance of an abundant, prosperous event. I'm sure you have worked so hard for it. That is awesome to say it's sold out. Wow. Very, very good. Okay, so we're doing the same thing, right, for the body here. So I was over here pushing things, and I'm sorry. For her next one, because if this one was amazing and she sold out, I'm sure she's going to do another one. So we definitely need to look out for that. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're adding. Sorry for speaking out of term. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should know better. Okay. Adding a little tacky glue here with our little toothpicks, right? Just broke that toothpick in half. We're just going to attach there for a little security, just like that. And then, you know, as it starts feeling long, right? Really long. So all you have to do is just take the bottom, get the bottom of your little shoes, your little boots here, and the top of your torso, and just kind of bring it in, right? Bring it in, kind of take away that like long lankiness of it. Okay. So right now we have 2 little bodies right now, little legs, little torsos. Here we go. Now let's create little skirts, little skirt covers to cover that bottom part of, you know, where the jacket and the legs meet. I'm going to go ahead and take 1 teaspoon for the pink, because we don't need that much. I'm just going to roll out a quick log and just kind of smush it down and cover it over. Okay, yes, Tina, because you know what, Tina, something might change up, because I was talking to my daughter today, and something might change up, and I think I might be able to. Okay, so please, oh my God, that would be fun. That would be fun. I love painting. So yes. Thank you, friend. Thank you for being so sweet and amazing. Okay, so we're just going to roll this little piece of the 1 teaspoon here, right? And I kind of just want to use this just to kind of cover over the bottom there. So let's see. I had my little acrylic piece, but I don't know what I did with it. Right? Right? Just kind of like this, leaving it thick. And this is a little bit over 2 inches. And then I'm just going to take my index finger here and just kind of smush that down. Then use my smoother and just get it nice and smooth. Nothing crazy. Just kind of creating like that, right? Like a little strip. Right? This is just fun. We're not going to make this difficult. And then just adding that on there, right? Covering that up like a little skirt. Just cleaning that up. Same thing for the pink. Oh, we went a little long on that. Oh, that was too long. Morning, Barbara. Good afternoon, Barbara. How are you? Okay, so doing the same thing, right? And just smushing it down. Just kind of creating that little strip, right? Then just bringing it over. And off to the sides. Okay. You guys can see, right? Okay, so now we're just going to grab another teaspoon of white, and I'm just going to make a small log, and then we're going to lay that over right over that top seam there, just to kind of give it that little extra something, right? Like piping. Good morning, Denise. Thank you. Yes, they have this one, and I have this one, and I have a black one. What does the black one say? Does the black one say Bad Hair Day too? Or it says something sassy. Like this one says Bad Hair Day, and then I have black one. These are the ones from Hobby Lobby, my friends. And they are amazingly priced, guys. I love this whole distressed look on caps. They are my absolute favorite. All my caps, I get them, these type of caps, I get them from Hobby Lobby because they're just so much fun. And they always put them there, right by the checkout. So when you're checking out, of course, you have to snag one up, because, they definitely do help on days like this. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, so right now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inch. I'm just going to lay this across the top of that seam right there, right? And just cover that up like if it were a little piping, right? Cute. Same thing for our blue. Just bringing it around the back. Okay. Okie dokie chokey. We got that done. Okay, so now let's get our little arms. Oh, you know what? I didn't for my little, I forgot my little top parts here. Like, what do we call these? The little things here on the jacket. I wanted to do those in gold as well. But you know what? We'll figure that out here in a minute. Let's make arms for our guys. I think 1 tablespoon for each arm would be good. Let's see. You're looking for a new place and have been packing things up. So doing it all by yourself. And it's hard. I know, Miss Karen. I know, Mama. See, Karen, here's the thing. My husband travels. He's been gone since July. So everything I do on my own. And it's really hard some days. Thank God for caps like this. Because then y'all would see all the gray hair and all the frazzle mess that I have underneath here. And I completely understand those days. Like working alone, packing alone. Like it's hard, right? Like especially like with me having my husband, it's hard for me not to, and don't get it twisted here. I get days of, I get pissy. I have resentment at him. I get angry. And then like, I'm like, and he's just over there, working his little tail off in California, right? And I'm like, you have no responsibilities. All you have to do is feed yourself. You just have to take care of yourself. When you get off of work, you're off. Not for me. I got to do this, this, and that. I start feeling sorry for myself. Woe is me. I start tumbling down my little spiral. But then I sit quietly, or I'll walk around quietly and I'll pray and reflect. And I just ask our Lord and Savior just to give me the strength, give me the knowledge and the guidance to push through, to just want to do better, know better, and to understand that there's nothing that the man can do for me, that I have the power of he in me, and that I can do anything. And it's just coming up with a shoulder pads. Yes, Miss Denise. And coming up with a plan. Like grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, look at your area. Where do you want to start? And I've learned that helps me so much. Like I will tackle, okay, you know what? I'm just going to attack this corner here. I'm not going to do 5 different areas and not accomplish one. Yeah, you'll probably accomplish the 5, but it's going to kind of make you a little spirally, right? A little cuckoo birdie. So just pick that one. Focus on the one, and before you know it, that one turns into the 2, to the 3, to the 4, and to the 5. And it definitely does help. I know, I wish you were closer to help me too. I wish. I don't know, I wish. But, and then I express myself to my husband. Like, my husband knows. Like, when he messages me and I tell him I'm edgy, he's like, oh, shoot, I ain't messing with her right now. So he leaves me alone for a little while, and then he sends me little cute sweet nothings, and I get over it because I go through the things every day, my friend. So I completely understand. Like some days I don't want to come home and feed Hank, Daisy, and baby. Like I'm exhausted. Like I don't want them. Like I don't want to feed them. I don't want to take care of them. I don't want to give them cuddles and kisses and take them out to potty, especially the potty and clean booties. That's like I know I got to clean booties. I got to do all that. But it's like, first of all, did they ask to be here? First of all, they can't clean their own booty. First of all, do you want them dragging? And also, do you want them dragging their booty, their dirty booty all over your rugs? No. So it's like, I quickly get over it. But I have to have these conversations with myself, friend. I do. I have to have the convos because I definitely do, go into my spirally moments. So we do have our little 2-inch, 1 tablespoon little log here, right? So then what we're going to do now is we're just going to bring it into the body here. We're just going to bring them in, kind of like gently smush them in, right? And it gives us, our nutcracker. We need tacky glue here. He said, no, we're not going to go ahead and smush in for you. We're going to go ahead and do this. And I put glue on the wrong side, but no foul, no harm. One stuck, one didn't. But Miss Karen, feel free to message me. Sometimes I don't respond immediately because I do have a lot going on. And I normally respond back at 6 o'clock in the morning because that's when I start my day and I get up and I start responding to all emails because a lot of the times I kind of drop the phone and I'm just going. But I definitely will get back to you, my friends. But if you ever need if you have any questions or anything or just want to message chat. Feel free, my friends. And it is, and we all have those overwhelming feelings. Oh, friend, I wish you don't even know. I wish you were here. I wish you were in Texas, not in Florida. Just for me, right? Because I'm just being full of myself. Silly, spoiled. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing for our little blue guy, right? We're going to use the blue, 1 tablespoon for little arms. But guys, we come on here on the lives, right? And everything looks cute and put together and wonderful. And we're making cute crafts. And it's such a great day. But guys, behind the scenes, spiral happens. Okay? Spiral happens. But like I say, I don't know where I would be without you, or I know me without all of you, my friends. This is such a huge support system because the thing here is we don't realize how many of us are going through this. We all are going through these struggles and going through things. You're welcome, Karen. I'm so happy you're here, friend. We go through so many of these things, and it's sometimes we think we're all alone and we're not going through, no one knows. So many of us know, and sharing your, how you feel definitely gets us talking, gets us expressing and sharing all of our different stories and different things. And it just feels so much, not that we all want everyone struggling with us, right? But it just feels nice to know you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay, so we have, and we completely understand how you feel. 2-inch logs again, right? We're going to bring them into our body here. This time I'm going to go ahead and add tacky glue. We're not taking a chance. Tacky glue, right? Let's get this guy's little arms in here. Okay, so smushity smush. We definitely want him standing on attention, right? Stand up straight, buddy. Don't be slouching like your maker here. Yes, having a full-time job, yes, home life and owning a small business, it can get overwhelming. Absolutely. Some days I'm in my back room scratching my head like this. I'm just like walking around, spinning around. Okay, where are you? But then I said, get it together, sister. We got things to do. We have packages to pack. We have our customers are waiting on their goodies. We don't have time for this. Okay, so that's when I jump into, okay, boom, 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 and then just start laying things out, and then I feel better. And then you just feel so much peace when you get to those points. But you're going to go through the spiral first, right? You had a rough week, Nomi, with your husband in the hospital. Oh, Nomi, I'm sorry. Prayers for your hubby, friend. I hope he's doing okay. Oh, no. I hope he's well, my friend. So prayers for Nomi's husband. May he recover in a healthy, wonderful, have a healthy recovery so that he can get back to his normal life and, and enjoying his Nomi. Okay. In your name we pray. Okay, so here we have our little body already, right? We're just talking and talking and talking and talking, and we're not getting to the crafts. Okay, so we need little shoulder pads. Okay, because we cannot go on without shoulder pads. But they're not gold. They're going to have to be white until we go back and paint them gold. But I need to get them on. Okay. Absolutely. In Jesus' name, my friend. I'm sorry. Is he going to be okay, Nomi? Yomi? And it's just an amazing sisterhood, brotherhood, everything here. This, you just think, a lot of people don't get it. They don't understand this. Like this just, it's crafting. Like it's just people crafting. Like, what is it? No, it becomes a sisterhood, a brotherhood, a friendship. It's just everything. Like it does. This is why I love it so much. Like really, why would you I work an 8 to 5 job, right? I rise really early in the morning. I deal with a lot of things. And today we had a hard day at work. I had to deal with a certain situation at home that made me really sad for one of our employees. But you know what? Nonetheless, it's part of the job, right? But it's just like, why would I work that all day and then run home to do this? Because this brings me pure joy. Pure joy. It just makes me feel like when I don't do it, I feel an emptiness because I'm not spending time with my friends. I'm not having these conversations. There's our little shoulder pads right there. And just sharing my daily experiences with you all. Okay. That's what brings me the most joy ever. And plus, I know my husband, he will see this live later on. And, we talk about it. And he just says he loves when he hears my lives. He loves when he hears my voice, while he's cooking, cleaning, washing his laundry, doing the things. And then, he'll let me know about my craft, what he loved about it, and different things like that. So, and, he told me this the other day. He goes, you know what, babe, what's so amazing about you doing these lives? He goes, it just came over me. He goes, it just came over me. He goes, that your grandchildren are going to have this forever. We're going to get older and, one day I'm not going to be able to do this. And, I'm going to be doing other elderly things, wherever God decides I'm going to be. Who knows? I might be up here I might be up here in my rocking chair doing crafts. We don't know. Right. But he says, through time, the children are going to have this for their children, their grandchildren, everything. Hi, Tammy. Hello, beautiful. He goes, and that's what's so amazing, that you're going to live through, through video for the kids. And he goes, and that just came over me. He goes, it scared me too. It's a little bit too much. I did take teaspoon here, and I'm going to need to split this in half for our little hands because it was just too much. So let me put 2 of these back. We don't need all this. He's like, that's what's going to be so amazing, that the kids are going to have this of you forever. My husband he is in the oil field, and he is up at one of the refineries in Martinez, California, doing his thing. He is a specialty machinist. So the man has, does very, very important work in the refineries, and he recently is going to be now the superintendent. Come the new year, he's going to be the superintendent of this next job he goes on to, which I'm super proud of him that he's going to be superintendent. But right now he is, doing a foreman's position, and he does really well at it, guys. Math, insanity math, and it's a very critical position that he has, and it's dangerous every single day. So, but it's provided us the great life, and we're on a great path to an amazing journey together. We've been married for 7 years, and in the 7 years we've built a lifetime. We built our life back up to all of our different challenges and losses and things that we've gone through. And when you have those times where you feel like you had it, you lost it, and you don't feel, you have those moments where you're like, I don't think I'm ever going to get this back again. Well, with hope and faith, everything is possible. And it has come to light for us, guys. We definitely have worked hard to build this marriage and life back up, guys. Because we both have had previous marriages and, children and all the things. And, we're building this amazing life together, and we're having a fabulous time doing it. But yes. Now we're going to make our head, okay? So we're going to take 2 tablespoons for our head, because y'all know I just be talking out here, guys. Talking, and we get lost from doing the craft. We need to make a head, okay? And that doesn't feel big enough to me, so we're going to do 3 tablespoons for each head, because I need his head to be a little bit extra, because we have really wide shoulders here, and we need the head to be pretty big. Even though we're going to put hair on it, right? Little curlies off to the side. Guys, I might be able just to finish one for y'all. Oh, my word. Okay, let's focus on one. Your hair do the 2. Y'all hear how I talk to myself under my breath? Okay, so let's do the 3 tablespoons. We're going to make a round, kind of rounded head here. Right? We have white glitter from yesterday. Oh, Lord. I kind of want to just give it a little gentle smush, not too much. We still want to keep it round, right? We want to keep it round. That's the 3 tablespoons. We're going to just go ahead and measure it there. Okay, it kind of looks like it's good. We're going to go ahead and add in our toothpick here. Let's go ahead and add that toothpick in there. Some tacky glue. And let's go ahead and bring that in. Okay, so far we have a cute little nutcracker body there. Hey, he's got a body. He's got his body. Okay. So now let's go ahead and make our little face. Where the face area is soft, we're going to go ahead and make our face. This one here, I'm going to go ahead and bring my eyes in. They're going to be really small. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use black clay instead of a Perel. I might be able to use a Perel. I don't know. I don't know if that still might be too big, because I want them to be small, my little eyes. But they're going to be close, really close. No, you know what? I guess I could use a little small black Perels. We'll put those there for now. We're going to, let's see. I'm going to start with my little mustache. So let's go ahead and get half a teaspoon. And it's just going to be very simple. And he's going to have a cutesy face. I'm not going to give him those, the nutcracker eyes that are on most nutcrackers. We're just going to give this one a little cutesy face. So this is half a teaspoon. I'm hoping it's enough. We'll find out. Right? I don't know. We'll do 2 half teaspoons, which is 1 teaspoon, right? Let me see. Yeah. Do that. 1 for each side. You've never made one? Oh, I'm glad. Hopefully this inspires you to make one, Dee. I hope so. I hope so. I love nutcrackers. I just never get a chance to come on here and make them. And there's so many different ways, guys. And not only that, after this is, after you're done with your nutcracker, you can bling the heck out of it. You can add so many different designs to it. I'm just going to kind of oblong shape that, right? And then kind of start working on a little mustache tail, right? Just kind of at the very end of, on one side of my little log here, just kind of want to start giving it that little point, right? Just give it that little point. Okay, and then we want our mustache to be kind of like be like pretty out there. Pretty fluffy muffy. Fluffy muffy. Kind of curling up my little tails, right? Just like that. And just kind of pressing it in the middle, giving it a little bit of a wider look there. You can detail your mustache that you like if you have like a little, you can use any kind of tool you have in your craft room and just kind of give it like little mustache detail. Right, and I'm just dragging this over my little mustache here. All right, just kind of like that. Like I said, he's going to be extra floofy. Okay, so now we're going to do little eyes. And I want to put the eyes really close, right? And it just kind of changes the little face and just makes it cute. A little tacky glue there. We're going to add in our little Perels. Okay. Now, 2 little tiny smidges just for eyebrows. And I probably should put them on after my little cap. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and say that, yeah, because we want to do the little cap first. All right, so then also what we want to do is and you can do this. You don't have to give it a smile, but if you want to, just give it that little cute little smile in there. All right, and I like to use my boba straw for that. I actually brought some more of these, and I was going to use them as giveaways. But this is our little nutcracker face, right? It's got that little smile in there. So you can do your mustache however you like. Big, little. I just kind of wanted to be a little extra and give him a little extra there. Okay? So now I think we should go ahead and do our curls. Let's go ahead and do our curls. So let's get this all out of the way. I think I'm going to go ahead and have to finish this one up because it's going to take too long, y'all. I'm going to be on here forever, ever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 of the 1 teaspoon logs so that we can make our little curls. I thought I could attempt to. He's adorable already. Isn't he cute already? I get chulo boy. That's chulo boy. It's pretty. It's pretty. So we're just going to make our little logs. We have white all over there. And this is going to be for curls. So I might have way too much clay, but let's just give it a go. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll split that in half. I think this can give us 2 curls, right? Let's see. And then just start winding this in. This might be a whole lot, but let's make them. Okay. And I laid that bottom piece down at the bottom, and then I'm just going, I just kind of like stacked it right there, right? Just like that. And the white, clay is super fresh. I'm going to need one more for this top side. Okay, let's make sure you get the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give it 8. 6, 7, 8. Split it right in half. Start rolling. Guys, these are the fun things to do, like when you're watching a show. You know, if you have a TV in your craft room, I have my TV here. I have to watch Dateline. Like when you're in here and you just have some peaceful time to come in here and craft, doing these cute little fun things like making little hair curls is always so much fun, right? He looking like Einstein. He looking like Einstein. Hey, Einstein. Or like, what's his name from the Three Stooges? What was it? Moe, Larry, Curly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From the Stooges. Remember the Three Stooges, guys? I used to wake up to that, getting dressed for work. It was the Little Rascals. I think the Three Stooges was on the weekend. But Monday through Friday was the Little Rascals, Heckle and Jekyll, Mighty Mouse. Oh my God, those are old-timey cartoons, but good night. They were like the best. They were the best little cartoonies ever. Okay. All right. So now we have that little part, that third little curl. Right, looking cute. Get in there, baby. Get your little wig. Get your little wig together, guy. Get your little wig. Okay, so we have our little wig. Get your little wig. Okay, so now we have our hat. Let's get our hat. Ooh, don't mess that up. So on the part here with the little bill, right, I'm just going to go ahead and just cut out a circle. I have a circle cookie cutter, or you don't even need a circle. Just make a round out, cut it in half, and that could be the lid to the cap, to his helmet. And then we're going to also use 1 tablespoon for the helmet because I want it to be a little tall and a little thick. So let's, you know what, let me go ahead and make that. We're going to use 1 tablespoon for the top part of our hat. Condition our clay. He's starting to come together super cute. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. He's going to be a beautiful ornament. He's going to dry airlight and he's going to be a cute ornament. Oh no, this might be small. Yeah, we need 2 tablespoons. Too small. The hat needs to be pretty big, right? Pretty substantial size. It's got to measure up with the body. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, 2 tablespoons will work. Okay. This is a wiggly squiggly table. Okay. And the same thing, just rounding off, right? Just kind of square round. Kind of taking your table here and smushing down the top, right? Giving it kind of that flat top. Basically just hand mold this. You don't need a cutter or anything. Okay. So that's going to be your hat, right? The top part of your hat. Now, let's go ahead and leave that there for now, which is going to be perfect. Just kind of smush that a little bit. It's a perfect size. Now let's cut the round, let's cut the part for the bill, the top of the rim of the hat. Again, just using the table to smooth this out. Smush this down. Cookie cut this. Okay, you have a round circle. Just give it a little press. Nothing crazy. Let's cut this in half. This is going to be the bill of our hat, right? Okay, so that's going to work. I'm going to use this one here. Let's see which one's a little wider. This one here. What does it matter? They're the same. Get over yourself. They're the same. Start acting weird. Okay, so let's get a toothpick. And let's go ahead and put this toothpick into here for some support. Because this is our hat, right? And it's a little top heavy. Because it is a hat. And let's go ahead and add some tacky glue. Let's go ahead and poke this in. And get it nice and secure. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add the bill to the hat. Just add a little tacky glue. And go ahead and attach. And then just kind of start smushing it down. Not crazy, not hard. Just enough to kind of get that in there. Right. Oh, he's looking so cute. Okay. So the gold trim here, which is kind of wide, right? I wanted it because I wanted to add it here to my middle part, right? Like this. Right, and that's sticking really well. Right. I will go back and touch up all my gold pieces, right? I'm going to go back and touch up my little gold pieces. I just realized I'm going to need a piece of gold for here, right? For like that. But we need it for our jacket. But you know what? I might be able to split one in half for my little jacket part. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. We're going to go ahead and add tacky glue. Just two little small little curves of tacky glue. Okay. That's not a very good tip on that bottle. And I split that little piece that we had painted the gold, right? You guys can see I just added that there, right? Like that. This is just dressing up our guy. Okay, so now the little gold balls that are partially painted in gold are going to be the very ends of our little tassel there. My ball just flew over there. Okay, it's okay. We have extra balls. We're going to be fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is once this is all nice and dry, I'm going to get a really thin brush and I'm just going to go back over and kind of touch up all my gold little pieces really quick. Just to kind of clean up all my little gold. Right, I'm just adding a little bit of tacky glue to the edges of our little balls. It really would have been fantastic if I think I might be able to get in here and paint these gold. But if not, white they stay. I'm going to get them, actually this is why I didn't put the head on here, because I'm going to paint these gold before I add his head on. Because I didn't think. Okay. So there he has this little jacket, right? His little marching jacket. Okay. So now, since I did have a piece left over, I'm going to go ahead and grab my gold little trim here and attach it to my little helmet here. Just to kind of clean that up. Let's use the clear one, because we don't want nothing peeking through. Okay. glue gun is in the way there. Well, my friends, I will say this guy came out pretty doggone cute, y'all. He be looking cute as can be. Okay, so now what I want to do is I just want to give it a little color for cheeky cheeks. No wonder we couldn't find our rolling pin because it's in here. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, we're just going to take this smaller brush here and give it some little cheeks. And then this one's going to be done. We'll finish this one up here tonight when I jump in and finish my cake because I want to take pictures of these items and post them before they, you know, we get on to the next craft because y'all know we will. I want to add little eyebrows. I think I forgot the little eyebrows. I want to add little eyebrows. Right. Okay, let's go ahead and give it 2 little eyebrows. And then this guy is going to be finished. Just a small little smidge of white, right? Thank you, Dee. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Just a very small little piece for little eyebrows. Nothing crazy. Just really tiny, right? Kind of like a little tadpole. Right? Just attach that there. Small, but it gives it that little extra something. Okie doke, my friends. We have a nutcracker. Isn't it cute, y'all? My friends, all you have to do, and I'm going to stop at Harbor Freight today as well because I know Miss Evie Danae, Miss Denise, and Miss Cindy from Peep This Y'all told us you can go buy that case, the pack of hooks. It's like hooks that you put into your craft, right? And then once it dries, you can easily hang them on the Christmas tree. So Harbor Freight is on my way out here on my errand run, and I'm going to stop and grab those because I want to drive that little screw right through his head. I do think I have some here that I bought at Michael's. Yeah, I do. But I bought these at Michael's, right? And they came in a like 6-piece here, which is great. You can probably use one here right now, right? And but I want to go get that box because it has all sizes, and I'm not sure if this is the right one, but I'm really looking for the ones that have like a really long screw. But we're going to go ahead and do that now. Since it's clay's fresh, we're going to go ahead and add some tacky glue to this guy just for extra protection. So when it does dry, it'll be nice and sealed, right? So we got that hook in there. So you guys can see, right, he's going to hang on the tree. All you have to do is put the little hook, string, ribbon, whatever you like. He's going to be adorable. Hi, sister-in-law. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you all so much. Guys, and it was really simple. Just a table, the measuring spoons, and some paint, and the very simple colors, right? You can make these out of whatever color you want. You can jazz them up, rhinestone them, do so many different things to these. But look at how cute and fun this guy is. Like I said, he has the hook on his hat there, and he's going to hang from the Christmas tree. Really, really nice. You can make these, sell these, do so many amazing things with these. Right. I am really pleased with this guy. Really pleased. He came out exactly like I was imagining him. Hi, Brenda. They're cotter pins. Is that what they're called, Brenda? Cotter pins? Is that what the pack is named? Is that what the pack is called? So when I go look for them, because what does this say? This here, I got it at Michael's, and they're cup hooks. These were in the area where they have all the picture frames and all the things, and they weren't really reasonably priced either. But she said that you can buy that big old box at Harbor Freight for like $9 something. So I'm definitely on the hunt for those. I'm gonna go look for those today because I need them. Because I definitely want to make some more of these. I'm going to be making cute little ornaments for the Christmas tree and stuff like that. But I hope this inspires you, my friends. Thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate you. And it's just the measuring spoons, guys, and making shapes. That's definitely what really gets you guys. If you are, I promise you, my friends, use the measuring spoons. And it's basically balls and logs and just shaping out. We didn't, the only one cookie cutter we use here right now, right? You saw that one for the lid. But this one here is basically just a lot of logs and rolling balls and rolling little logs for arms and legs. And just, your measuring spoons are going to be your trick. Yes, I'm going to Harbor Freight, Miss Brenda, and I hope I find them. Well, my friends, I love you, every single one of you, and I hope you have a beautiful, amazing Thursday. Have fun out here in Facebook land, watching all the beautiful lives, supporting all the amazing friends. Blessings of a beautiful day, my friends. May you have an abundance of everything you desire, everything you need, my friends. I love you all, and I will see you all really soon. Bye. Here it is. Ready for the Christmas tree. Bye-bye.